Okay, welcome back. Here's another installment of John and Friends personal vlog. Let's take a little walk this evening. It's a pretty evening and I've just served dinner to my family, so it's a good night to just take a little walk. It is March 26th, 2020, and we are smack dab in the middle of the COVID-19 coronavirus outbreak. Not going to talk very much about that right now. I did 2 videos worth of that, and I'd rather talk about other things. But I will give, I'm sorry, I just ate. I just made some chili. Okay, and I'll give everybody a little quick update of what's going on with that real fast. They're still trying to pass a relief bill that I think they're going to get any day now if they'll just finally settle down and do it. They thought they were going to get it today, but they ran into some snags right before voting, and Tennessee is officially, I don't know, I think Bill Lee is still, I don't know if we're not officially on lockdown or not. They were going to try to put Tullahoma on a lockdown protocol yesterday, but the mayor didn't have the authority to do that, so he made it more of a blanket request for people to stay in their homes and limit contact and all of that good stuff, all that social distancing that they're talking about and all of that good stuff. So that's where we're at with that. Business is slow, but I've still got some students. We're doing remote music lessons on camera. I'm doing them via FaceTime and Facebook Messenger video, and that's working real good actually. I'm liking that. So I've done about 4 lessons that way. I've taught a drum lesson, a piano lesson, a violin lesson, a banjo lesson, and it's working pretty good so far. We're gonna keep trying that. Some families are pretty happy with that particular setup, and that's what's going on with that. Other than that, I've been spending more time with the family because, well, that's all there is to do. And not to say that in an ugly way. I love my family and we enjoy each other's company. We do well. But, well, it's a good time to catch up on some projects and things. You know, do some cleaning, which I did a little bit of that today. Did some vacuuming and mopping and such. Catching up on laundry because you can, as one lady said, you can only watch so much Netflix till it just gets old. Right now I'm walking up towards the church. We still haven't had a mass, so I am walking up towards the church. I'm going to see if it's open, and I'm going to show you all around the church real quick around the inside while nobody's there. It is deserted. You can hear cars up and down the street, but people are keeping it pretty deserted. I went over to the vet's office today to get Candy's medicine, her probiotic. She's having some tummy trouble. We'll talk about that. But in the process of doing that, I learned that what they're doing is they're asking people to stay in their vehicles, and then they come and get people so that they don't have to wait in the waiting room. And so people are taking precautions. Oh yeah, it's a pretty night out here, by the way, guys. It's like in the 60s. Not too hot or anything like that. Of course, it is the end of March going into April. And we are now in the church parking lot. And here's the playground. And we're just enjoying a nice little walk as we talk about things that are happening. And Candy got sick on Sunday. She wasn't feeling good. I think it's because we're evil and we let her have something she shouldn't have had. Whoops, finger was in the way, sorry. Let her have something she shouldn't have had, and it made her a little bit ill. But our veterinarian is fantastic, and she gave me the exact advice to follow when this kind of thing happens. She's got a little bit of a sensitive stomach anyway, so we did what we were told. And she bounced right back. Took her a couple of days, but she bounced right back. She's pretty much back to normal, but we're gonna put her on a probiotic formula, and I'm gonna be, if I wasn't already pretty strict anyway on treats and things, I'm gonna be even more so at this point because she's tiny and I don't want her getting super sick or anything like that. So yeah, this is a nice walk up to the church. And I'm really digging this camera option because I can use the camera to keep me from running into poles. I'm gonna see, normally we'd have choir practice at this time, but I don't think we're going to. In fact, I know we're not, because all choir practices have been suspended indefinitely. I mean, the same thing with masses. At this point, I don't think they're even gonna have Easter Mass. I don't really think so. This is where I went to church from the time I moved here. And I love this little church. I've been going here since I was 8 years old. All right, let's see if anybody's in the church. Let's see, it says, well, I will read that no Mass. I'm gonna leave that there and I'll read it later, but it's basically saying there's no Mass. Okay, or events at St. Paul's have been canceled through April 3rd. Okay, and the church is closed. I don't think I can get in. Nope. Okay, that's all right. He's got the church locked up. He locks it up in the evening. So I tell you what, since I got the cam, I'm going to use that option, and we're going to see if we can go back around this way and show you all around the outside of our beautiful church. See the stained glass? This stained glass is awesome. You should see it when it's a bright sunny day. This stuff is beautiful. It's gorgeous. And it's a big, beautiful church. I loved this church the first time I saw it. Great big round church building. St. Paul's Catholic Church in Tullahoma, Tennessee. And yep, we're just taking it easy. Yep, I love this camera option. I can actually walk around out here and show you all around. Let's walk back. I'll go back this way towards the steps, and then we'll turn around, let you all see it. Look at that, isn't that gorgeous? I love this little church, I always have, especially this time of day. All right, let's go this way. It's funny how you get around a church and then you just feel like being quiet. Let's see, this is a sidewalk. We're going to be super careful. I don't want to fall. We're coming up on, yep, coming up on a handrail, so got that. Okay, it's going to be a little bit harder to see at this point, and it's a little bit not safe for me to wander around out here in this part of the dark, because I'm going to get hurt. If I do that, I'm just feeling my way around. I think we'll go back. Look at that, that's pretty. Okay, we're going to go back this way again, because I can't see where I'm going, and I'm going to get hurt. I don't want to do that. I have terrible night vision, so we're not doing that. Let's go see if Father remembered to lock the back door. I'll sneak in here if I can. I bet he's locked it too, though. He's usually very careful about these things. Okay. Nope, he's got it locked up tight. Okay, what we're gonna do then is we're gonna walk around. Let's see if we can do this. We're gonna go to the steps, and then we're gonna go down and around and back to the house around the back way. And I'll give you another look at the church from that vantage point. Maybe we'll be able to see the statue. That was what I was hoping, is we could see the statue this evening. But no joy on the statue right now, so we're gonna be super careful, because I don't want to fall down. I know where I am, basically. Yep, we're gonna follow these traffic lines right here towards the street light. Ah, good. Ah, there's the statue right there. Y'all see that? I can't zoom in, I'm sorry. I don't know how to do that while I'm recording. Maybe somebody can tell me how to do that on an iPhone. We'll get around that way, and we'll look at it from a better perspective. This is the school. I went to school here. as a young person. I went to St. Paul the Apostle School here in Tullahoma. And we'll take a look. Maybe we can get closer to the statue. That would be cool. I'll take you up to the statue. Oops, watch out for the limbs. Nice evening walk around the church. Ah, yes, the sidewalk leading up to the statue. I'm not so sure we're going to be able to see that from here. Oh, yeah. My vision is terrible. A lot of times stuff will appear on camera, and I won't be able to see it, but everybody else will be like, it was right there. Go up to the statue. We'll get back off of there. I just want to make sure where I'm at. Yeah. If I can find the plaque, here's the plaque. And the plaque is unreadable tonight, but it's in raised letters. I might be able to read it. It says, Father It's in raised letters. 1 second here, guys. I'll see if I can get this. T-A. What? Oh, Pieta. I'm reading raised letters. I'm reading it almost like you'd read Braille, guys. Sorry about the dark. Let's give you a better advantage while I read this. Father... It's going to take too long for me to read the raised letters. Yeah, it's going to take too long for me to do this on raised letters. It's going to take forever, and I can't. It's St. Paul's Parish. Anyway, that's the plaque of the statue. Now, we've got to be very, very careful coming away from the statue back towards, yeah, okay, there we go, good. I can see the sidewalk. From my vantage point, guys, it is pitch dark and I cannot see in front of me, but the phone camera is doing a good job. Let's see here. And there's a step coming up, I believe. That's what it feels like. I'm being real, real careful. I have terrible night vision, and if I'm not careful, I will fall and hurt myself. All right, let's take a look at the statue again. Oh, it's too dark now. You can't hardly see it. Anyway, maybe we'll come back one day in the daytime and we'll talk about that statue again. But this is where I went to school and church. St. Paul the Apostle Catholic Church and School. A lot of memories here. A lot of memories. Let's see if we can get over this way, because there is an entrance into another classroom that's off to the left. It's the weirdest thing, actually. It's interesting, but it's kind of weird too. We had this classroom that was underneath, it was like on the stairwell. It was the 4th grade classroom when I was growing up here. Let's see if we can find it. I have to follow the wall, guys, sorry. This is what happens when a blind guy tries to do a video at night. We are not gonna get into this building tonight. I promise you that. Let me see. See where we are. there's the doorway. Okay, but here's the thing. We're not going to get in here because everything's locked up, and I don't want to disturb anything anyway. I just wanted to look around tonight a little bit. This is mostly for preserving my own memories, because when I was growing up, I went to school at the Tennessee School for the Blind, and there's things I wish I had pictures of that I'll never see again, because they changed all the buildings and tore some of the buildings down. And there's a lot of memories associated with that place that I would like to revisit if I had some photographs, and I don't. So I'm not going to have those, but while I still got my parish here, pretty much everything is the same as it was when I was growing up. Virtually nothing has changed on the outside. So I'll always have that. Don't want to miss out on that. They did change the staircase in recent years. For me, recent. It's been here a long time, but this used to be a concrete staircase right here. And they changed that to a wrought iron staircase. Let's see if we can walk up of it. See if I can get to it without killing myself. Yep, let me see. I feel the, let's see, here we go. Here it is. Feeling around out here, getting more on. Okay, there we go. And we'll be very careful. And here we go. We're gonna go up the staircase. We used to have a back door into the school building, and this used to be a concrete staircase, and they changed this all over to metal. Let's see, where am I at? See, there's another landing, I think, right here. And you can see the vantage point from up here. Yep, one more staircase. We're gonna go up here, and we're gonna look around. Awesome, great vantage point. And there's the old doors. Used to lead into the school building. Let me see. Wish I had a light. But here's the doors. We're not getting in there. I'm going straight ahead. And I'll let y'all look at the vantage point. See, the gym's right over there. Used to be a gymnasium. They recently turned that into a parish center. But Lord, I remember coming out this back way, going out to this big field out here that you can see, and you can see the city lights across from it. This is where we used to have PE. We used to have to run laps around that field. I used to hate that. They'd make us run laps. One lap was bad enough. Now, these parking spaces and things you can see here, this is starting in on the area where they used to pick the kids up from school. They'd come around that big road that we were just on a little bit ago and come around and pick the kids up. The younger kids waited over on this far end over here. Like the little kids would wait with the teachers on this far end over here when I was going to school here. Some of my old school friends are probably watching this. Dead end. Okay. Gotta be so careful. All right, let's see if we can find my way back. I want to stay on the railing. Okay. Here we go. It's pitch dark, guys. Visually impaired person doing a nighttime tour of St. Paul's Church and School. I just thought I'd take you up the stairs. And we made it. And this right here is where we'd stand up underneath here, where the stairs are. We used to stand out here and wait to be picked up. And of course, when I was going to school here, we'd come in on this bottom section was where all the younger kids were. And upstairs was where the older kids went to classes. So K through 3 was down here where the library was. Then you went up the stairs, and in the middle of the staircase was this weird placement of our 4th grade classroom, and then 5th through 8th was upstairs where you saw before. And then we would stand here and wait for our parents to pick us up here, and they would drive around, pick us up from there. Okay, so let's walk over towards the gym now that we're back in better light. I wish y'all could see the beautiful stained glass windows and the pews and everything inside the church. We'll have to do that one day when the church is open. But here is, we would walk across here and come out. A lot of times we'd come out through the stairs. Let's go ahead and look at the buildings in between real quick. Yep, that's where they used to have all the tables and the lawnmowers and stuff like that inside there. You can't really see the school building at this time. But we would come across, we'd come out, we'd go down the stairs, come around, and come out that door over there, and we'd walk across to go to PE and to lunch. We'd have lunch over here. The cafeteria and gymnasium used to be here, and they've turned this into a parish center. They've updated the roof and the building and everything, and it's really, really nice, and it no longer functions as a gymnasium. They got the lights on. I wonder if anybody's in there. Probably not. But we'll go over here and see. You never know. There might be an open door. Father will have a fit. Okay. Nope. So we're going to go down the handicap ramp, which was recently added. Some things have changed, but it's mostly the same. I mean, this is practically the same view as in the 1980s when I was going to school here. A few minor changes to adding some ramps and things, changing out some staircases, but everything is virtually the same. There's the back door. We'll see if we can get in there or have a look anyway. I doubt it. It's too bright. There's me. Hi. Nope. All locked up. They keep it pretty well locked here at night. And here's the field. Let's walk over towards the field just a minute. This was where we had our PE on days that we had phys ed outdoors. We'd play softball, baseball, football. Of course, it was supposed to be non-tackle, but that didn't always work out that way. But we played out here. And when we got in trouble, we were told to run laps around this entire field. If we didn't do our homework or something like that, we'd have to run laps around the field. I hated that. That seemed like it was so long, and I was not a runner. I was a wimpy little skinny kid in middle school. I went in the years of 1982 and 1983. Okay, yeah, there's a lot of potholes here now that didn't used to be here years ago. So we have to be kind of careful. All right, and I'm gonna, I'm a little bit messed up here. Hold on just a second. I'm gonna make a beeline back. Alrighty, I'm a little bit turned around in the dark, so give me a second. I know y'all are enjoying watching me do this part, getting myself all turned around and messed up, but here comes a car. They're gonna think I'm nuts. Okay, there we go, back on the path. I'm gonna step off to the left here, in case that car wants to go by. There he goes. I'm just being careful as I travel here. Alrighty. Over here is what used to be the Wilson Golf Club factory, where they make Wilson golf clubs. Alright, so we're gonna go ahead. This is now Attic Outlet here in Tullahoma. But this all used to be owned by Wilson Sporting Goods. Alright, let's see. One other thing I'd like to do is I'd like to go by the playground real quick and let you guys see that, because they still like it when the kids come and play on the playground. This is where we had recess when I was growing up. They let the youth group play out here. Let me get myself oriented to where I am. Whoop. Stepped off of a very high height there. Okay, back over here again. We're making the loop back. Crap, I keep falling off of there. That hurts. It's not good for your back, guys. Okay, I may be back over on Campbell Avenue again. No, I'm not. Ah, yes, here we are. The basketball goals are still here of old. Lots and lots of light. I like that. I remember I used to play out here. We used to have scout meetings and everything else. What used to be what we called the little house has now become the church office. I don't want to disturb Father. He sometimes works late, and I don't want to disturb him. I may not go over that way. But here's the playground. Whoops. Tripping over stuff. Let me see if I can get in here. Yep, I can get in here. Some of this stuff has changed. We didn't have this when we were kids. All of this playground equipment. I wonder if they still got that weird slide. And I don't see the swing set. We used to have a really, really cool swing set. There's Robert texting me. Okay, cool. I'm currently, what did he say? I didn't read that, but Robert Jackson was texting me just now. All right, let's wander over this way for a second. Yeah, all this stuff wasn't here when I was going to school here. They've added a whole bunch of stuff. I think they got rid of the weird slide. The slide they had when I was a kid, yeah, this is where you go into the gym this way. And they've got all kinds of paths now. You got to be super careful. It used to be no big deal. I think they've changed it, all kinds of sidewalks and stuff. And besides, it's more than likely locked. Yep, they've added benches. And they've changed all of this to some degree. The sidewalks are a little bit different, but it's basically still the same. This all used to be grass when I was growing up. There was none of this gravel and stuff. The sidewalks were something. That sidewalk, I'm pretty sure, whoops, tripping over stuff. That sidewalk, I'm pretty sure, was here. But I'm not even certain of that. No, I'm pretty sure there wasn't a sidewalk there, but hang on, let's go over here. Let's see if we can get over here. Let's see if we can get in the gym. Yep, there we go. Super, super careful. Got a handrail, awesome. I've got to be real careful because the lighting leading towards is different than the lighting leading back. All this lighting was not here. Nope, all locked up. But one day we'll get a chance to go in here and check all this out. I'll take you on a tour of the, whoops, overshot. Haha, I'm sure you all enjoyed that. Okay, handrail time. Love having cameras that pick up the ambient light so I can walk around out here at night. That's pretty cool. Here's another vantage point of the school building here. And if we go back up, you know we're going back up towards the church again. Here's where the church office is. All right, well, let's head home. And I thought we'd talk about something other than COVID-19 today. So I thought I'd show you around the outside of the church. Okay, making sure I get my footing so I don't fall. Oh, this is all fantastic. You can really get around out here. Okay, well, let's walk around here. Let's get this. Did I take this vantage point before? Yeah, I think I did. Yeah, I did. All right, well, let's head home. I just wanted to preserve this because there's a lot of memories for me here, and I don't want to have that same situation as I had with my high school, where they changed everything so dramatically that there is no chance of me ever. I can see the people, I can talk to the people, it's great, and we can share the memories, but I just kind of just wish I had some photographs, and I don't, and that's really sad. For any of my friends who are watching, I wonder if anybody's got pictures of any activities going on, or pictures of the old dorms at TSB, Tennessee School for the Blind, for those who don't know. Because they've torn down all of the old dorms except for dorm 14, which was the big boys dorm back in the day. Dorm 14 is gone. I mean, the other dorms are gone, but that was my life for 4.5 years, and for some of those guys, much, much longer. Some of those folks, that's a K through 12 school, and people spent 12 years out there. My wife, Paula, spent 12 years at TSB, and that's an awfully long time. So I just wanted to pick up on some of that. Okay, now it's very dark, and I have to be very, very careful at this point because I feel like I'm getting boxed into something here. I'm gonna walk over this way, over towards attic, so I can get a vantage point. There we go. Now I see some street light, that's good. Now it is pitch dark, and now I am having considerable difficulty traveling back to my house, but I know basically where I am. Attic outlet is to my left, and the church is behind me, so that is how I'm going to orient myself getting back home again. No, I'm not using a mobility cane. My phone cam is doing a pretty good job of keeping me from running into things or falling into holes. I think I did pretty well. But that's how we roll. I hope you enjoyed checking out my church with me this evening. I just thought we'd do something a little bit more positive today, rather than the constant coverage of COVID-19. I think we'll just leave that to the press corps. They're pretty busy with that. We had chili for dinner. I made a pretty good pot of chili tonight, and I think we got some left over for tomorrow. Then I don't know what we're gonna do. We'll probably, I don't even know. We'll just kind of wing it. Let's see what happens. Anyway, it's getting a little cooler. I think it's about 55 degrees now. A little bit cooler outside. I think we're about to make it back home. Yeah, we're getting close now. As soon as we see, there's the studio. So yep, we're just about home, guys. This is how a legally blind man travels at night using an iPhone as a camera. It picks up the ambient light, and I can get around even in the pitch dark, so that's pretty cool without a mobility cane. All right, we're home. Guys, if you enjoyed this video, please remember to click like and subscribe if you want to see more about my boring life. And from here out, guys, I hope you enjoyed our little walk together, and I will talk to you next time around. Thanks for stopping by.